Hey, good morning, everyone. Two things really quick today. We're going to talk about our QA/QC program, and then we're going to talk about our fourth core value, which is excellence. You know, safety and QA/QC go hand in hand. You really can't have one without the other. So that's why no safety topic per se today, but we're gonna talk about QA/QC. So we worked really hard on our QA/QC program over the last year, and we've developed a whole bunch of forums and trainings, and the forums are in Procore, the trainings are in Trainmule. There'll be more information coming out to you field leaders on that to make sure that you understand what needs to happen. But Matt Morrison has developed 7 what I call triggers that will trigger a QA/QC process. So if one of these 7 things happens, you know that you need to do a QA/QC process. I'm going to include all this information in the email, body of the email, so just scroll down. You can read along as I go through these really quickly. I'm just going to paraphrase and touch on them briefly so this video isn't too long. First thing is receiving equipment. When we receive equipment, we need to make sure that it is not damaged. Oftentimes, equipment gets damaged during transit, so we need to make sure that that happens. Number 2, we need to make sure that what we received matches what we ordered. This is called component verification. And also that make sure it matches the submittals and everything else that needs to be checked to make sure that we're installing the correct thing. Number 3, equipment set in place. When we place switchgear, motor control centers, panels, and things like that, we need to make sure we take photos and everything is done correctly. So that's the 3rd trigger. 4th trigger, measure and torque sheets. We need to make sure that when we measure things and we torque them, that it is done correctly and documented. Number 5 is point-to-point testing. You need to make sure that when we do point-to-point test, circuit verification, parallel feeders, things like that, that's documented. That's the 5th trigger. 6th trigger is pre-energization. Say that 5 times fast. Of course, before we energize anything, we need to make sure that it's safe, that everything's been documented and everything's clear and out of the way, and no one's at risk for being injured, and also equipment isn't at risk of being damaged. And finally, the 7th thing, is startup. So, of course, when we start up, we need to make sure that everything's right, that the equipment, the phase rotation's right, that everything is going to go smoothly there. And then, of course, this is all about documentation. That protects us, that protects the owner, that protects the equipment, that protects the people. So doing this, making sure that we do follow these the QA/QC procedures when one of these 7 triggers hits, that helps us live our core values, which is safety, teamwork, integrity, and excellence. So these things all go hand in hand, they all tie together. So read the information in the body of this email. It'll make it very, very clear. So next we have our 4th core value, which is excellence. And our president, Rhett Butler, is going to talk to you about that now.
Good morning, Skyline Electric team. My name is Rhett Butler, and I am honored that Todd would ask me to join in on the CEO message this week. For the past few weeks, Todd has been touching upon the other core values of our company: safety, integrity, and teamwork. Chance touched on teamwork this last week. And Todd's asked me this week to talk a little bit about our 4th core value, which is excellence. Just around the corner from my office, there's a poster that hangs in the hallway. And I want to touch on the principles that support our approach to excellence. This poster reads, "We value the pursuit of perfection, knowing that in the effort we will catch excellence. We seek to be the best at what we do, both in our individual capacities and as an entire company. We relentlessly pursue improvement and refinement. We embrace change and understand it's a necessary part of growth." This core value not only sets a high bar for us as a company, but it expects a lot out of us as individuals. I really like our company motto that we had last year in 2022. It was a famous quote from the Green Bay Packers head coach, Vince Lombardi. He simply said, "If we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." That word perfection is so hard to attain because it's just that. It's simply unattainable. But as we strive to become more fulfilled, more complete, and finished as individuals, we can certainly catch excellence. May each of you catch excellence in whatever you are working on today and continue to embody this core value in all facets of your life. Have an excellent day. Thanks.